right, final OSI 400 challenge. I beat my time. My original time, first attempt at this, was 22 minutes and some change at the end of month 2. End of month 3, beat that one with 18 minutes and some change. Attempt number 3 at the end of OSI. 16 minutes, 33 seconds. So remember, 400 challenge, 100 Renegade Rows, 100 front squats, 100 floor presses, 100 power-ups. Any way you want to do it, accomplish those in the shortest amount of time. This time around, I knew my front squats and my floor presses were my strongest moves. So I tackled those first. I did 50 and 50, 30 and 30, 20 and 20. Those were done. And I believe those were done in 7 minutes, something. The two hardest for me, Renegade Rows and power-ups. And I just tackled those in the end. I would do 10 and 10 or 15 and 15. So, and there were breaks in there. I had to catch my breath because I was getting exhausted. I used the same amount of weight that I did the last time I did this challenge. Luckily I had it videoed so I could see how much weight I used. I sometimes feel like the weight that he gives you to calculate in some of these challenges, and even in some of the workouts, are just way off from what I'm capable of, and no point in making it so difficult that it's defeating. Pretty pumped that that's done. And tomorrow's a rest day, and then moving on to the next challenge. I'll insert the title here because I can't think of it right now and I haven't even looked at it yet. It's one day at a time. So again, this morning I had no desire to come down here and do this. None whatsoever. But as soon as I hit start on that clock and I start going, I am in a race against myself, and just the endorphins kick in. So again, glad I came down here, glad I got it done. It's like 5 something in the morning. Now on to the rest of my day. Hey everybody, challenge number 2, Mr. Olympia pose down, complete. Again, not totally looking forward to this one. There is a theme behind it. You're competing against former Mr. Olympias, and your score in the challenge depends on how much you are able to complete. That being said, I, as always, modified the challenge for myself to make it challenging for my level. And I kicked butt. In fact, here's the challenge. It's basically set up kind of like a circuit. 50 pull-ups. If you cannot complete all 50 in one set, which I definitely was not able to, you drop down and you do reverse lunges, 10 on each leg. Then you go into a modified bodybuilder push-up and you're to hit 50 of those. And then if you can't hit all 50 in one shot, you go back to your pull-ups and you continue to do that until you reach that targeted rep of 50 pull-ups, 50 modified bodybuilder push-ups. And each time you have to stop the pull-ups and transition to the push-ups, you have to do those reverse lunges, 10 on each leg. Challenge part comes in if you are not able to complete all 50 of one of those exercises, you're done. If you are able to complete all 50 push-ups and pull-ups, you then go on to the legendary move, the 100-foot reverse lunges with weight, and he gives you the weight requirement. When I originally set out to do this challenge, I use an assistance band on my pull-ups, always have, so that wasn't going to change. And I started out the modified bodybuilder push-ups. It's modified because he has you doing 2 push-ups. When I started out in a regular style push-up, so I only did 1 push-up. When I couldn't do any more of those, I went to push-ups on my knees, and I did the 2 push-ups. I originally was like, you know what? 50 pull-ups, that's insane. Like that's just beyond what I believe I'm capable of. So I set my goal at 35. And then I was just gonna see where the bodybuilder push-ups took me, because that wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be. I completed all 50 pull-ups. Granted, it took me quite, I think 6 rounds total. 6, let me count. Yes, 6 rounds total at the pull-ups. I completed all 50 modified bodybuilder push-ups, all 50. And I completed the full set of the 100-foot reverse lunges. Let me mop my sweat here before it drips in my eyes. Just so proud of myself. Like, yeah, I didn't do it the way that it's laid out on paper, but that would never happen anyway, because that's just not what I'm capable of. Again, I set a target, I modified it to my capabilities, and I challenged myself. And I am proud, very, very proud. There are 2 rest days after this, and the last final challenge, final workout of OSI. Have not looked that one over yet, but briefly clicked on it. It looks like it is all heavy weight lifting of your base moves, squats, bench, deadlift. So I have to look that over more. I'm gonna rest my body a little bit and prepare for that final finish to OSI. See you guys in a couple days. Let me compose myself. That's it, guys. That's the end. The complete and total end. Old school iron. If you're looking for a complete review, last week I talked about my feelings on old school iron. This week focused specifically on the challenges. Last final challenge, the old school Ironman challenge. Jeff refers to this one as his favorite challenge of all the AX programs. And it was unique. So here's the challenge. You have 5 moves: deadlift, bench, squats, dips, and pull-ups. Everybody's amount of time and the amount of reps required is going to be different because your age is the determining factor. So I'm 36. I had to do 36 reps of each exercise and I had 36 minutes to complete the challenge in. The way the scoring is done has nothing to do, not entirely, it affects it, but not much to do with the workout itself. When you finish all your reps on those 5 exercises, there's going to possibly be time remaining. There should be time remaining at the end. That remaining time, which for me was 6 minutes, you run. And you run as far as you can. And that is how the challenge scoring goes. So for myself, in those 6 minutes, I was able to get 0.68 or 0.699 of a mile. And that puts me at your Athlean Extreme, and if you can get more than 1 mile in that time remaining. Half of a mile up to 1 mile ran Athlean Elite. So that's where I scored. Now, mind you, he gives you your weight requirements for your deadlift, your squats, and your bench. I adjusted those to my ability. They're a factor of your body weight, whether it's exactly your body weight or a little bit less or a little bit more. Pull-ups and dips are just supposed to be body weight. I use assistance bands. So I enjoyed the challenge. I don't know that I would say it was one of my favorites of all the Athlean-X programs. I'm pretty fond of the 400 challenge from AX1 and this old school iron 400 challenge. I've found those probably to be my favorite, but this one was unique. What's next for me? Not moving on to a new program yet. Probably going to do that after I complete. I've concocted my own hybrid schedule that is AX1, strength training. I'm redoing Core 4, and I've adjusted some of the AX1 schedule with some AX2, actually, just a brief couple of workouts from AX2 and some max shred workouts, because the other thing that I would like to spend the next couple of months working on is definitely some more flexibility, stretch, recover. You'll notice a lot of the times with some of these, people have commented about Monster Maker. I haven't done that one, but with like old school iron, there's not even like a lot of flexibility moves built in, and that it does start to take a toll on your flexibility, and I would like to increase that. I actually, when I purchased old school iron, I got the Dragon bonus, and it looks as though my next 3 months of Core 4 and AX1 hybrid-ish with my own cardio. I don't even have to put that in the schedule. I do cardio very willingly on my own. It's something I actually enjoy. But it looks like that is a good prep towards the Dragon bonus that I got when I purchased old school iron. The Dragon is a 1 month training program inspired by Bruce Lee's training. It's total body workouts 3 days a week, abs 4 days a week, and running is one of those days. And then I think it's a FAT, P-H-A-T, a peripheral heart training, I believe. I barely looked over it. But it seems like my hybrid schedule is going to be a good transition towards that Dragon bonus. So I will continue these videos. They keep me motivated. Maybe if you have Core 4, if you have AX1, if you would like to follow along with me, feel like you have somebody to check in with, feel like you're doing the program with somebody, I'd love for you to do that. I'd love to hear from you. But I'll see you. Today's Friday afternoon. I'm going to take the weekend off, recoup, recover, do some more stretching and flexibility training, and be back at it probably Monday morning. So I will see you guys for the next, I'm gonna come up with a good name for my hybrid, but see you next week.